Welcome to another episode of Puro Dino. If you want to share your expertise, stay around until the end of the video to find out how you can help. As I said right at the start of my channel, my dream is to bring Alfredo back to the identity that he left the factory with. So, as a Dino. Over the years, like many classic cars, he's been modified, changed and updated. My goal is to slowly put back all the original parts and bring them back to the specification of an early 1974 Dino 308 GT4. Now, before we go any further, I want to make something very clear. If you own a Ferrarified Series 1, like I do, and you love it, then that's absolutely fantastic. It's your car and nobody should be telling you how you should enjoy it or that it's somehow wrong. If that's how you like your car, then that's all that matters. If you're interested in that subject, check out my earlier video that I've done on Ferrari Technical Bulletin 266, where I explain one of the best known examples and how I interpret it and my idea on the implementation of it. Anyway, back to Alfredo. One of the things that I noticed is that somewhere during his lifetime, these door handles were put on. And as you can see, they have a sort of plasticky looking black surround with a chrome lever and a key barrel. However, as far as I know, every single Dino 308 GT4, Ferrari 308 GT4, left the factory with a different version of door handle. And they had a chrome surround or bezel and the same lever and key barrel. At first glance, they look almost identical, but the difference is quite obvious. So one day I was doing my daily browse of Red Bay Cars web shop, just in case something pops up. And actually, these popped up. The correct GT4 door handles with, as I mentioned, the chrome surround, the black recess cavity, and the chrome lever and key barrel. Now I know these aren't impossible to find, but they aren't that common either. During my search I found a few on other websites, but prices varied enormously. I've seen some that started from around 40 euros each, and but that was from outside the EU, so once you calculate shipping, import duties, and all that sort of stuff, it quickly makes them a lot more expensive. On the other end of the scale, I found one that was 218 euros for one piece. Now, that was within the European Union, so I wouldn't have to pay import duties and stuff like that, but still. Realistically, the average asking price for one door handle was around 130 euros per handle. To make matters worse, more often than not I can only find one handle, either the left hand or the right hand, and finding both right hand and left hand from the same seller was quite of a challenge as well. So you can imagine my surprise when I found both the left and the right hand handle on Red Bay Cars for 35 euros each. Yes, that's right, 70 euro for the pair. Needless to say, I bought them immediately. One of the nice things about Red Bay Cars is that they're relatively close to where I live, and as luck would have it, Stefan, the owner, just happened to be in the area for an appointment, so he dropped in the box personally, which was really cool. So we had a quick chat, and it's always really cool to meet people like Stefan. So I gotta say, between the great friendly service, the absolutely brilliant price, this was a really cool experience. So Stefan, if you're watching this, really big thanks, and I really hope to be able to buy some more treasures of Red Bay Cars if they do pop up. So as you can imagine, I was absolutely delighted to be able to cross off one other item from my list. Although it does seem like the list actually grows faster than I can tick things off the list. Now, before I can fit these, I need to answer two questions. The first one being, how do I transfer the key barrel from the existing door locks, the existing door handles that are on Alfredo, into these ones? Is it actually possible to dismantle these properly and simply just swap over the key barrel? To be honest, it's not even really my biggest concern. These locks, they're not gonna stop your car from being stolen. There's other kind of equipment these days to stop that from happening. But it would be nice though to have the original keys, not the original keys, the keys that I currently have to work on these locks. So yeah, the real question is, can these locks be dismantled correctly? What is the correct way of doing that without damaging one of these? So yeah, this is where I need your help, guys. If you've ever taken one of these apart and know how to, is there any sort of clips or springs that I need to be aware of? What's the right order for taking these apart without damaging any of these? So if you have experience in that, put it in the comments below. I really like to hear from you. I'd also like to hear from you if you have tried taking one of these apart and it went horribly wrong, because I think that's probably something that we'll learn of the most. So if you have any horror stories with taking one of these apart, also put it in the comments below. I think we definitely can learn from that. So once I've gathered all your advice, guys, I'm going to do a follow-up episode in which I will attempt and take one of these apart to change over that key barrel, hopefully without damaging my door handle. Now there's a second question, and actually this one I'm struggling with a little bit more. As you probably see, the lever on the right door handle has got quite a bit of bubbling going on under the chrome. Mechanically, it's still perfect, but cosmetically, obviously, it doesn't look the best. So now we have another decision to make. If these can be dismantled, shall I just swap the lever that is on the door handle currently on the car for this one? Or should I get this one restored? Now, rechroming these sort of parts isn't as straightforward as it might seem at first. The results vary greatly from what I've heard. It's quite expensive to do that. But if there's anybody that has experience with rechroming parts like this, if you have any tips, tricks on how to do it, or if you would simply say, don't do it, which is sort of what I've heard so far, then please let me know. At the moment, I'm pretty much leaning towards just swapping this lever with the one that is on the other door handle currently. Maybe the contrast is a little bit too big between the door handle on that one, which looks absolutely pristine, and the chrome surround on this door handle. So not really sure yet what to do. If you guys have any experience with rechroming, if you know how to do it maybe, then also please let us know in the comment section below. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this short episode. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you know any other people that might like this sort of content, share it with them. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please consider subscribing, because it does help the channel an awful lot more than you might think. Next time, we will find out what is in this package. So, see you next time. Ciao a tutti. Bye.